Do you think, say, I was a Stonebwoy, congratulating Sarkodie for having a successful concert at Kumasi and I say, so Stonebwoy, make a series of posts on X, formerly Twitter, about the previous Bhim concert here at Accra Sports Stadium. Well, to be honest, the show was a complete success. It was sold out totally. Now, Stonebwoy born there 360 degrees, just the entire stadium, the pitch, stadium, the washrooms, baby, and for witness the Bhim concert. So, in this particular moment, right after Sarkodie had a successful Rapperholic homecoming at Baba Sports Stadium in Kumasi, Stonebwoy make this post. So, to many people, Stonebwoy and try. They are saying, Anka, congratulate Sarkodie first over this successful show. And now, say, ye didn't read the room and make this post later. But to be honest, some are defending him. Almost Stonebwoy no be a sponsor in career. He should remind them, say, game no would be a name and others edinechi. So, for instance, as you see on the screen, Abranti speak ya true. Say, Charlie, are you this bitter? Abba. And another person, Yabo Daiwan, say, don't worry, next year they will give him the football pitch for 360 degrees. He will put you into shape. He's still your boss. You are still his small boy in the game. Grow up small. This is not the time for you to be posting the. Congratulate him. Why? He tried. It's not a free show. It was 100 Ghana cedis. Lexus, I say this plus free gate, free 10,000 buses, giving access to use the pitch. Last, no rain. Charlie, respect Sarkodie. So, we will be success. Post bang, and I just a Stonebwoy make here. So first, a fan be known as Maddox, and a reminder Ghanaian say, look, Stonebwoy I 360. It is not easy to achieve that. And you know, Ocho say, I never go tell them to fake it till they make it. I rather tell them to practice and perfect it. And ever little thing you got to protect it, appreciate it, and defend it deeper. The torture EP or hashtagged. And as Stonebwoy, you know, about the page so and Ocho say historic. You know, he rested it and then wrote historic as a response. Now, Omeki other posts after this, just officially oposti the entire show except from it, you know, how the stadium was filled 360. Saying now Obia was there to witness the previous Bhim concert. No, just say I just they concentrate. I win, I celebrate. I've been around. Announcement loading. Just say, you know, or say or no concentrating on himself, his music, his brand, and co. Just say Obini or celebrity. And I just say he's been around or she game name industry name pumping both locally and internationally. Now big announcement. LOD very, very soon. Now I say not afraid of evil. I'm getting bolder. The torture. Just a man didn't attempt, you know, be making posts just a minute ago. Say, you know, he's not afraid of evil, he's getting bolder. You see, Obeki can imagine at show. And you know, oh yeah, the torture, the light. Now, what do you think? Do you think say it was a Stonebwoy and you know, Olelo Kakra and Wasanko making this post? Because it might seem to you and I, say, or try to make a statement, say the show, even though it was successful, it wasn't still 360. He still holds that record. And now he said what he said, you know, he had to post what he had to post. And now posted, do you think, say he's being jealous of them? So, Adolfo, this is the main reason why a Stonebwoy, a trendy and for Emia Nekon. Now, back to Sarkodie, or Sarkodie's Rapperholic was highly successful. Big respect to him and his success team because I was on the grounds. I witnessed everything at Enyasem to Accra. Even as the show was ongoing, you and I will bear witness. Say, in so toya, manira 2 a.m. but still, it is a success team stood firm. Sarkodie's fans in Kumasi Puli up, successfully supporting this concert. And of course, Sarkodie did extremely well together with his team. Say, you know, other artists pass it through, they treated them with respect. Emma almost shut it down at this particular show. So one of the most memorable moments was when Shatta joined him on stage to perform. That moment was like a complete blast. Mama, you can share that particular video.
After show, my mom Kumasi on the two pound, my mom was
So video way, Moshe, what do you have to say? Kindly let us know under the comment section. You can subscribe here. Please do well, say, over subscribe. Now there's this award, ABC this November, a Ghana Educators Prestige Awards, November 2025 here. And I just say basic details no, and at that screen is so no. Say, per se or sponsor, you want to inquire, you want to be part of this particular award scheme, make sure say we shoot them an email details on that screen so and I say if you are doing something very very impactful and you want to be recognized, kindly give them a call. But watch out for this particular award scheme because it will be one of the best. Inti Adolfo Vimba's TV show and any update yadi bebrem yada CP
Vimba's TV.